Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Exciting World Travels TV series. This is one of a series of episodes you'll find featured on the amazing site of Exciting World Travels. You can find us at www.excitingworldtravels.com. Any time of the day, we are offering you the best travel advice anyone could ever imagine. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Scott. I'll be your guide and travel expert today. I am always very happy to tell you about this important information you need for your next vacation. I thank you so much for arriving here today and being part of this amazing audience. So I'd like to tell you about this one very important thing we all have when one travels, especially if you're traveling internationally. You must always have a passport when leaving and entering a country. International laws tell us we must have one, and there is no other way around it. A passport is what tells the authorities to give you permission to cross into another country. So here is the thought of the day. Importance of a passport, the essential guide for travelers. Anyone who travels across the border of his or her home country needs a passport. It is one of the most important documents you'll carry. I obtain my passport just as anyone else does, and I carry it with me anytime I travel to another country. My passport is my lifeline while I am in another country. It proves who I am and where I come from. Without this proof, I would not be able to fly or cross national borders. It is my ticket in and out of any country I visit. After my extensive travels, I've developed some helpful tips and pointers that all travelers should be aware of when traveling with a passport. From carrying your passport to protecting it on your travels, these pointers can help save you time, money, and headaches while on your trip. Point number 1. Keep your passport in a safe place while traveling. When I travel by plane, I'm usually required to show my passport along with my ticket before I board the plane. For this reason, passports and other documentations and IDs should be kept in the carry-on bag. This way they are easily accessible. After I show my passport and board the plane, I always make sure I put my passport back in my bag. This is a safer option than keeping it in your pocket, for there's less chance of it falling out and getting lost. Another wise move to make is to leave your passport in a safe place when you're out exploring. I am always worried about losing my passport while I'm out and about, so I'm slow to ever bring it along with me. I prefer to leave it in the hotel, locked away in the room safe that so many hotels now provide for such cases. The final option available keeping the passport safe while traveling is that if you do take it with you as you're exploring, do not keep it with your wallet, money, or cards. I have a little passport pouch that I wear around my neck. This way my passport is right with me and I can always know where it is. I do not run the risk of it falling out somewhere while digging through my pockets for money. Point number 2. Make and keep copies of your passport, ID, and other important documents. Scanning and keeping copies of my passport is always one of the items on my checklist for when I travel. I make at least 3 copies of my passport and important documents. One copy stays with me so I can leave the passport in the hotel room safe. Another copy stays in one of my suitcases. The other copy I usually give to one of my travel companions, since I rarely travel alone. This way, I'll most likely have access to it, at least one copy of my passport and documents, even if the passport is lost or stolen, or if my luggage is lost during the flight. Another option I have heard of people trying is creating digital scans of the documents. They can be stored on a flash drive or on an online site such as Flixster or PhotoBucket. These digital files can be accessed in the event that the actual documents are lost. Any of these options may not be 100% acceptable by the government, but it will at least give a basis for proving who you are in the event you lose your ID or passport. I've been fortunate to never have my passport or ID stolen or lost, but several of my travel companions have had it happen to them. It is a lot of headache, red tape, legal hoops to jump through, and can be very expensive from the long-distance phone calls, ordering replacement documents, and having to reschedule flights. Save yourself the hassle and trouble by making and keeping several copies of important documents with you every time you travel. Point number 3. Be mindful of pickpockets and thieves. Just as you would be cautious with your wallet and belonging in a crowd, the same caution and alertness must be maintained when traveling. Keep your wallet and passport in a safe place if you do decide to take it with you as you tour the area. I personally make use of my passport pouch. Wearing it around my neck ensures no one can get to it without my knowing. It is safer than keeping it in a backpack or in my pocket, where it could more easily be lifted in a crowd. Another tip is to be mindful of tricks and scams aimed at getting your belongings. Do not allow people to distract you for long periods of time, and always be mindful of where your things are and who is around you. I've seen people pickpocketed when they fall victim to the classic trick of one person distracting while the other one snitches. A watchful eye and alert mind are all that is needed to keep your belongings safe. It is important to remember how valuable your passport is. Without it, you could be stuck in the country you're visiting until things can be sorted out. Taking the time to stay alert and mindful of thieves and pickpockets can help keep your passport safe. Your passport is the most important document you can carry with you when you travel. Ensuring its safety should be one of your top priorities. Without it, you'll be grounded and unable to travel. Follow these simple steps and pointers to ensure smooth traveling on your next trip. Take it from me, your passport is worth protecting. That is what I wanted to tell you about today. I thank you so much for taking this time to watch our episode. Once again, you can check out all of our amazing travel information at www.excitingworldtravels.com. Once again, I am your host Scott, signing off, and I wish you well on your travel adventures. Have a great day.